Some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Adams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it along the sideline. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith.
He's got it at the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And how about the wheels for the QB? You can tell, man, he can roll, and they are going to use him. This is just the first drive. You see him going for the touchdown. I imagine we'll see more of that guy running the football with that kind of speed.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Sayed. Unloads it left. The sure hands, it's Tate. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State. Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Would he had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Smith.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete as he tried to lob it in with perfect touch.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God.
He's going to throw deep right side. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're looking to throw on second and short. Touchdown, Bama! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Man, and these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Motion from the back. Back to pass, it's Sayin. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodgers.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Here we go. Looking for a man, it's Sayin. He's got his man across the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Let's go. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
On that two-point conversion, they spread the field, 5 wide receiver set, trying to create some windows to throw into, and they come away with a beautiful-looking, schemed-up two-point conversion.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
To the air, it's Sayin. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Alabama quickly back to the line.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the catch. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Right back to him on the ground. Breaks into the open. The 20, the 10. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Miller with the ball. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Alabama pushing the tempo. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The give to the tailback. Powers through the defender. And to use that big, powerful, stiff arm to extend the play and pick up a few extra yards. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. The give out of the gun. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Moves away as he feels pressure. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They took it 71 yards down the field and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him wide open. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
Turning it on. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tight end now in motion. One man in the backfield, and he gets him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive play.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Adams.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Here comes that Alabama offense. The give to the right. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The give is to Miller. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 30 short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. And there we're some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Dumps it to the back. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback.
And he's still running after the move.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Might as well give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
Throws to the back. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They'll keep it on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. To throw, it's Simpson. He's got the tight end. There he goes.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming.